Alright YouTube, I wanted to do a quick video for you on what I saw in the Levan and Michael Todd video released on Larry Wheel's channel just today. First impressions, oh my goodness, Levan is looking thick. There's the thumbnail of the video with him gripped up, and I mean, first thing is Larry's, we know Larry's arms are solid, I don't know, 21, 22 inches or something like that. Man's got big biceps and they look awesome. But then the sheer thickness, there's like no definition of Levan's bicep, it's just thickness and thickness and thickness. That man has crafted a body that is so incredibly specific towards arm wrestling, it's amazing. So Levan, first impressions was Levan looks like an absolute tank. I think a tank is the right word. I don't know what Levan was weighing, but a couple of things I picked up from the video is Levan almost looked kind of bored. I know the language barrier is there, but Levan the whole time was just very quiet, very humble, very just immovable, really quite relaxed. Michael Todd is jumping around like a cat in a hot roof. I think Michael realizes the sheer mass and presence of Levan's wrist. And I'll admit, look, when I've been someone who, if I had to pick which way a match would go, I've previously been and historically been someone that said I think Michael can win it. I think Michael can crack the wrist. But you know, I've got to admit, as much as there was no formal pulling, and as much as I know Michael has been training very hard continuously every single day there with Larry, just the way that Levan appeared was enough for me to say, all right, pendulum is swung. And in my mind, I have Levan now as the favorite. The reason I've gone that way is just the integrity in his hand and wrist, the way it appeared on the table. It didn't matter what happened. Levan's hand looked like it's very, very, very difficult to do anything to. Michael, when they've gripped up for a couple of photos and they've gripped up for a couple of pretend matches and all sort of stuff. Michael, if he is deep in Levan's hand, I don't see it escaping. I think Michael would have to run like absolute crazy, even just to get the slip. And what I saw was Levan might be that strong enough that he can just grip on. He can just hold Michael perhaps low and just not even allow the slip to happen. Now that would be kind of an embarrassing way to lose for Michael if that did happen, but I wouldn't put it past Levan to get there. Now, the other side of the spectrum is, like I said, Michael's training crazily hard at the moment with Larry, using up a lot of neurological energy just making videos, and strongman and arm wrestling and all that sort of stuff. So we don't exactly know where Michael was at in this little charade that they were doing. And it was a bit of a charade. It's a hype thing. And I still definitely think that Michael is the match for Levan. But what I saw was a very difficult and narrow pathway for Michael. I've personally met Levan before, and when I personally met Levan, my first impression was actually that I didn't think Levan was as big as my mind had imagined him to be. But then seeing him next to Michael Todd, man, the thickness of everything just looks amazing. And I don't know what Levan's training has been like since top 8 last year, but I think he's still progressing upwards. And I know Michael is still progressing upwards. But this match, if this match does happen, it's going to come down to very clearly for me one factor. And that factor is, can Michael Todd crack the wrist and keep his pronation out, so to speak? I feel like if Michael can crack the wrist of Levan, then Michael can win. I feel like if Levan just keeps his hand and wrist integrity, then Michael doesn't have a chance. For me, I used to be of the opinion, and I say I used to because it's now changing. I used to be of the opinion that Michael was going to get it done. But what I saw now is that I feel like Levan could even be patient. Levan doesn't even need to, I don't feel like Levan needs to attack. I feel like if Levan just stays dead center and just, his hand and wrist just stays dead center, don't move, ready, go, just stay right there. I feel like in center table position, he's going to have enough to stop Michael from getting out of his fingers. And therefore, Michael's going to be inside the hand. Now, if Michael's inside the hand, he's going to use up a lot of fuel trying to get outside the hand. And the longer Levan sits here in the center table, the more fuel Michael uses. And there's going to come a time when Levan's just going to be able to gently supinate, gently side pressure, and fully contain Michael Todd. I'm a big Michael Todd fan. I'm a big Levan fan. I'm a big arm wrestling fan. You guys know it. But for me, Levan has just become the favourite based on what I've seen. Anyway, guys, let me know in your comments below what you think. But, oh my goodness, Levan, mammoth, strong looking, incredible. Alright guys, see ya.